And there could be as much time as I spend on this earth trying to heal. I don't think I ever will.
Like many Indigenous people, the topic of residential schools is painful for Barry Kennedy. A member of Carry the Kettle First Nation, Barry was separated from his family in the mid-1960s. In his 7 years at residential schools, he suffered physical abuse, his identity reduced to just a number. Part of his time was spent at Marival Indian Residential School. And a year ago, an announcement of a preliminary discovery on the grounds where that school once stood.
We have hit 751 unmarked graves.
The history of Canada's history that's been hidden all these years. We have to, society has to educate itself. We hear about people saying that, did that really happen? Or that was the best thing for them. Well, I'll tell you it wasn't.
While Marival is now gone, Cowessess First Nation remains. Chief Cadmus Delorme's announcement about the unmarked graves on its grounds turned the world's gaze to the community. Delorme says it launched the First Nation into a path of healing and gave Canadians a dark history lesson.
We as a country, we inherited this. Nobody today created residential schools Indian Act 60 scoop. So we don't have to feel bad, but we have to show action.
Delorme says it's the duty of Canadians to accept the truth about the harm caused by residential schools, and only then will it be possible for reconciliation. While Delorme didn't attend residential schools, much of his family did. It stripped them of their language, culture, and the ability to pass those on to future generations. But that's slowly changing.
My 5-year-old daughter and my mom are really close again. And so my vertical lineage is back.
And your number? 361.
The road to healing looks different for everyone. Charlotte Baldhead is a member of One Arrow First Nation. She's a 5th-generation residential school survivor and says it's been an emotional year since the unmarked graves discovery. But this week, there was some light when she received her GED, or the equivalent of a high school diploma.
And thinking back about my grandparents when they were in residential school, they didn't have that opportunity. And so I feel like I'm doing a great honor to them.
In Cowessess, ground-penetrating radar searches are mostly complete, and the work to identify the people buried there continues. That's meant digging through Catholic Church archives and collecting oral history. For survivors and their families, getting answers is just beginning. Alexander Kwan, CBC News, Cowessess First Nation.